What up, YouTube fam? So, I got a really sad story about a passport bro, right? So, this passport bro dude from 38-year-old cat from Maryland, right? He goes down to DR, meets a chick, falls for her. He goes back and forth. I'm going to play a clip from the story. So-called falls in love with her, decides to move to Florida, and then bring the chick back, get her visa, bring her back to Florida. The chick disappears on him. He comes in from work one day. All his shit is gone. He goes to DR to talk to her family and disappears. Right? So let me play a little bit of this story. Stand by.
He likes to tell me what he's doing, send me videos of where he's going.
Marcus Forrester says he and his son Jason, 38, voice texted each other every day and many times a day, especially after Jason moved from Beltsville, Maryland to Miami, Florida. Frequent trips to the Dominican Republic led to love and then marriage to a woman Jason met there.
He met the parents and so on. They got married in DR, and he started making arrangements to get her to come here legally. And that did happen. She got a visa.
Forrester says Jason and his new bride struggled a bit as they transitioned from a long-distance relationship to sharing a home. Then something unexpected and shocking happened.
One day he came back from work and the apartment was cleaned out. She left and disappeared.
Forrester says his son was heartbroken when his wife refused to return his calls, then blocked him. He says Jason decided to fly to the Dominican Republic to talk with her family, hoping they would help convince her to return to the marriage. But after the phone call from the airport 2 weeks ago, Marcus Forrester says no one, not his family or friends, has heard from Jason. Calls to the Dominican embassy have produced no helpful information, he says.
We're just very, very concerned and hoping and praying that he shows up some way, somehow. But the reality of it is it could be even worse.
Right. So there you have it, right? As father said, the reality of it could be even worse. And it is. It's always worse than you think. So he's probably dead. I'm going to give it to you straight. So this young cat, he's probably from Maryland, from Beltsville. He's probably dead. Let me tell you what happened to him. So he hooks up with this chick from DR. He has no vetting skills and no game, right? He gets whipped with this little DR chick. She obviously hates this guy, right? And is strictly doing this for whatever she can get out of him, right? So let me give you the rundown. She obviously hates this guy. She's like totally like, probably hates that, having sex with this guy. It shows you something about women too. A woman would dislike you and sleep with you, right? Because for him to want to marry her, she was probably doing all kinds of shit with him, right? She was giving him, you know what I mean, all types of, she was doing monkey double backflips. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit with him. And at the same time, did not like this guy. Despised him probably at a certain level. Notice the father said when they started spending more time together, shit went south. When he was traveling, he would come see her and chill with her. And she would have to do, and then she'd get him away from her. And she'd just be texting him and video chat, whatever. She was cool. But then when she started spending like months with him and shit like that, they started beefing. Why? Because her dislike and disdain for this guy, she couldn't contain it. You see what I'm saying? For long periods. And he being stupid, he didn't realize that, right? Like, you were supposed to do that in DR, homie. You fucked up and you probably lost your life. You were supposed to spend time with her for long periods in DR, not bring her back and do that here. You did it backwards. You did the whole thing backwards. One, and two, you was never supposed to bring her back to America and get her a visa and bring her back, get her a passport visa and bring her back. That was your worst mistake. That was your worst mistake. these chicks never really bring their ass back. I can see if you've been with her for like, y'all getting old. You've been with her maybe 10 years, 15 years, you know what I mean? Something like that, 5, 10 years, Maybe you say, okay, fuck it. Bring her back. Get her a visa, passport, bring her back. Y'all been together maybe 5, 10 years. Y'all might got a kid. Y'all done been together for years. So it's, whatever beef y'all had, y'all done beefed and been together. So she would have been left by that time. Right? But he immediately, he didn't spend no time with this woman overseas. He like there for a week. He leave, come back for work. Then he go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you supposed to, if anything, you supposed to maybe get a remote job and go stay there with her for, and moving, even if y'all didn't move in together, move somewhere near her and have her come over a lot so that you could vet her and make sure she wasn't using you. And, particularly make sure y'all was friends at a certain level and she wouldn't do something to hurt you. Because I'm going to tell you, let's get into what probably happened to him. So what probably happened to this dude, unfortunately, because I've been around the block a few times. I done seen a lot of shit. And so I'm going to tell you what happened. So she finessed him, right? He ain't got no game, no street smarts, no nothing. She finessed this dude. She in the bedroom doing monkey double backflips with him. All types of wild shit, all types of, tricks and treats. And so he probably never really was getting it like that. Because a lot of dudes, I said this before in another one, a lot of dudes, they never was really, before they traveled, they never really was getting women. Like a lot of dudes, like you see these NFL players, a lot of them, they be simps and suckers because in their lifetime, they never got women just on the strength of like how they look or their charisma. They had some riz, they had a little swag. They were just getting women on, just off of just whatever personality and how they looked or whatever, right? Just some black pill shit. They was never like that. They was always kind of like some awkward, and mind you, I'm saying that I'm kind of awkward. I was like that growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I just was around a lot of thoroughbred dudes. You see, and then sometimes, that rub off on you, having good dudes around you. That's why men need to be around other men that know. Like his father, I question his father, like, what type of father did you have? You know what I mean? That didn't put you up on game, or you didn't listen. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these dudes, they come from simps. And so then they start simping as, it's simp, the simping is in your, you a simp by blood. You see, your father was a simp and then you a simp. Your father was bitch made and now you bitch made. And so like you see that with a lot of these NFL dudes, right? A lot of them, they real kooky, like they dress corny. They got money, but they, like Cam Newton, they got money, but they dress corny. They marrying these chicks and then they get taken to the cleaners. Like, as opposed to somebody like, for instance, a Mark Anthony, right? You notice like when he married Jennifer Lopez, Mark Anthony is in the same house he done owned for like 20 years. He been married twice. Never moved out the same night, like house he bought between 2 marriages. He never moved out that house. Them bitches came and went. His first wife and then J-Lo came and went. He's still in his house. Be riding, motorcycles with his boys. You see him in Instagram, whatever, on the weekends and doing the same shit he was doing through both marriages. You see a lot of these NBA type dudes, these other dudes, they get wiped out. They go broke in marriages. They got to sell the house. She taking this stuff from him and all kind. You see, one thing you peep dude, he got game. He never got wiped out in none of his divorce. You never hear him say Mark Anthony got wiped out. You never hear him talk about it. He just got divorced and then that was it. You see him chilling, singing or whatever in concert or with his kids or whatever. That's having game. Like, he made sure that going in was going to be the same thing coming out. He wasn't going to get the short end of the stick coming out. A dude without no game, he don't know the game of life. He don't have strategy. He just in love. he wound up getting tricked out of his life like this dude. Now I'm gonna get to that part, and then I'm gonna come back around. So what happened probably to him, unfortunately, was, and this is serious shit, dudes. Don't play with your life fucking with these bitches. This what she did. She was playing him. She probably hated this dude, right? Like he was a straight sucker to her, you know what I mean? And so what she did was she played the whole marriage thing. When she got back to the States, she probably took out a life insurance policy on him, right? Probably took out a life insurance policy. And then when she disappeared on him, when he came home from work and she was gone, everything was gone. And he went looking for her. He probably telegraphed that he was going looking for her, like going to her parents and going to talk to her or whatever. Or they talked to him or whatever, and they knew or whatever. So what happened was she probably took out an insurance policy on him and set him up. And he goes to DR and her parents get him whacked. Get him smoked in DR and he disappears. Right? Because he's not like he in a hotel drinking, love broken, and ain't calling nobody. That ain't what happened. More than likely, she took out a policy on him for like a couple $100,000. She disappears. He telegraphs to her parents he coming down there. They know. They probably conspired. Yo, when he get down there, have Julio and Eduardo and them catch him coming out the airport and hit him. You know what I mean? Hit him and put him away somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Because she like, wasn't me. Your parents going to be like, I don't know, we never saw him. You know what I mean? Or they might say, yeah, he was here. We talked to him, and when he left, they ain't going to say this part. They had somebody follow him. Oh, where you staying at? Oh, so sorry. Oh, no bueno. No, see her. Come back tomorrow. We have dinner. See, comida. Yeah, see. Whatever. Okay, hasta la vista. Right? So he leaves. Somebody, her cousins following him. Two of her cousins or somebody. She probably told them, listen, if you smoke them, you know what I mean, give me a couple months in this, 20,000 there for you. I got you. That's what happened to him, unfortunately. He ain't gonna turn up. But guarantee you, she turn up and she got a policy on that boy. And the cops might pick her up on that shit, right? I mean, they may not look into it, but let's say they look into it. If they look into it, I would guarantee you, if some foul play, like he got smoked in DR, like I think he did, and they find his body, find him, somebody popped him, bam, bam, and dumped him somewhere. She running around in the States, she gets picked up on a conspiracy to murder. Right? She may get picked up on a conspiracy. They may pick her up somewhere. Right? When she collect on the policy, the cops they may watch her. They might not even say nothing. They might know about this story and be investigating. They may not even say nothing. You see what I'm saying? The cops might be watching right now. They might know. Because he notified the embassy and all that kind of shit. And I believe that's a federal charge. The feds might get involved. When like American get killed and like overseas or something, the feds can get involved. So the FBI might even get involved. Right? They may just look at it real quick. And that's if I can figure it out, they can figure it out. That's an open and shut case. If she got a policy on him and he disappeared, and in DR, and he turned up shot coming from her parents' house or going there to talk to them about her, which I don't know why he did that. I mean, just real simp shit. Like, this dude was a real sucker for love. Never be a sucker for love, right? Two things you don't never want. Don't never seek. Never seek closure and never seek love from people. Then you'll be all right most of the time. Never do those two things. Never seek closure. Don't never want closure for anything. I don't care if it's your children, your mother, nobody, your wife. Don't even look for no. You say, what happened? I want to talk. Nah, whatever happened, it is what it is. You did this. You did that. Don't be sorry. You're like, yo, I'm human. I make mistakes. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. But the shit happen. Like me, I don't apologize. I really try not to get it. One, I try not to do shit to people that I gotta apologize for. And then if I do some shit, I don't like with bitches. I may lie to a bitch. Oh, I don't know that chick. Right? I mean, or whatever. Then she catch me like, you knew that bitch. And I'd be like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, I know her. All right, you got me. That's my apology, bitch. Yeah, you got me. Right? Yeah, you got me. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of it. Ain't you gonna apologize? No. No, I'm not. For what? It happened. I mean, it's unfortunate that it took place, but I did it and I take responsibility. I'm accountable for what happened. Now we can either move on, and I might even apologize. I might say, yeah, that was out of line. You know what I mean? Smooth the shit over, whatever. But I don't give a shit, generally. But we can move on. Basically it's not really an apology, right? Just kind of smooth shit over. And let's move on. I mean, if you my peoples, that's different. Like you my mom, whatever, my son, I might apologize about. But bitches, no, definitely not. Most people, no motherfuckers on the street. No, I'm not apologizing. I'm not, because number one, I'm not gonna do nothing out of pocket. You see what I'm saying? I respect people. And I ain't gonna get out of line. I don't get out of line with people just for no reason. Unless you're a dumbass and then you deserve whatever happened. So I ain't gonna just be running around apologizing to people like a sucker. Right? So never be running around like that, looking for closure from people. Like he looking for closure. You come home, that bitch, all this shit gone, you go file for divorce. And that's the end of it. Matter of fact, he should have filed for divorce and then tried to get her visa revoked and say, she played me to get the visa, whatever. Maybe he could have got her shit revoked and, filed some case with the immigration people where they revoked their visa and moved on with his life. Instead, he dug a deeper hole for himself, and now he probably dead, being a sucker for love. So you never look for love, and you never look for closure. If he wouldn't have looked for love and closure, he would be alive right now. Instead of probably, in a field on the side of a road, in the brush with two gunshot wounds in DR. Because that's probably what happened to him. You know what I mean? They dumped him, they hit him, they took him, hit him somewhere, and then threw his body somewhere. They just haven't found it yet. And she did it. Right? She did it. And she probably got an insurance policy on that dude. Now she gonna be running around. You know what I mean? So with women, man, let me put you up on some game. Never, especially dating overseas, never bring them women back like that. Never help them get passports and visas. Don't do that. Unless you've been dealing with the chick for a long time. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like years. Maybe you got kids with her, they overseas or something like that, and you're like, well, shit. You know what I mean? I want her to bring the kids. Okay. You've been dealing with her for, 2, 3, 4 years. Y'all got a kid. Y'all got a spot down there. You know what I mean? You got a remote job. You spend a lot of time down there with her and the kid. And then maybe you get offered a job back in the States. It ain't remote. And it's more money, shit like that. Okay. Maybe then you take that leap. But like the shit he did, he was totally raggedy. Like totally just left himself open to get killed. Right? You dealing with, this is an evil world and you dealing with some very diabolical people. Right? And this is not this ain't date, even back in, I was watching a video, right? Shout out to this dude, my man from Accountable Commentary. And he was showing a video on Betty Shabazz, Malcolm X's wife, and how she cheated on him and she left him 3 times. This ain't nothing new. Like, women been on some other shit for a long time. Especially in America where they can get away with, like, mad shit. In America and the West, they can get away with shit. You can't facilitate, in this day and age, a woman that, particularly to get you killed. You don't set yourself up to get killed. You can't facilitate them to just fuck you over. I would say this ain't 1960, but it doesn't. If you look at what happened with Betty Shabazz and Malcolm, it doesn't matter. The time frame doesn't matter. Bitches was always scandalous. Always. Right? That's why the Bible say there is no wickedness above that of women. Right? Let me say that again. There is no wickedness above that of women. You need to get that shit through your head, or you're gonna get yourself killed. I'm gonna tell you like your father. Like this man's father should have told him, boy, you're gonna get yourself killed fucking with this bitch. And that's what happened to him. He did. His father is a weak weasel who let him get smoked out. Like I got sons. And one of my sons, he said, I give it to him so fucking raw, right? I give it to motherfuckers, even my own son, so raw. You know what he told me? I know people hate your guts. He said, I know people hate you. You know why he told me that? Because I told him the truth about somebody that was around him. I told him the truth. I said, them people who's not your fucking friends, right? They don't love you, and let me tell you why. And they did A, B, and C, and this shit you don't even know about them. Whatever, I ain't gonna get in the whole situation. But I told him the truth. He didn't want to accept the truth. And then when he realized I was telling him the truth about these people, he said, you know what? He got mad. Not at them, at me. He didn't get mad at them. He got mad at me for telling him the truth and said, I know people hate your guts. I don't give a fuck what people hate my guts. Do something. If you don't like me, do something. I always been like that since I was a young cat. It ain't changed. You don't like me, do something. Let's see if you about that life. I'm old. Maybe you could take me. You know what I mean? It's like people hate your guts. Yeah, they might hate my guts, but I generally look. They don't nobody put hands on me, and if they did, I make them regret it. So I don't give a fuck what people hate and don't like. Gotta keep it thorough with them and let them know, like, yeah. You know what I mean? But you tell them the truth regardless. You see, that's how you gotta be. And his father wasn't like that. See, you want to be liked by everybody. His father wanted to be liked by his son. And he probably a weak dude. And you want to be liked by your children. And you cost your children their life. Right? He cost his son his life by trying to be his friend and not telling him the truth. Like, this bitch don't love you. Don't trust this bitch. What are you doing? Don't trust this dusty feet bitch. What are you doing? Are you sure? You running around with this chick, are you sure? Did he tell him, listen, don't get her a passport. Don't bring her back to America. Don't get her a visa. If you do, get her a tourist visa. Why you didn't do that? Get that bitch a tourist visa or something. And let her come back on a tourist visa temporarily and hang out with you. You could have did that, you know what I mean? Like, small chunk this shit. It's many ways he could have protected his son. But you scared that somebody gonna say, hey, I don't like you, what you saying to me, so you want to be everybody's friend. And instead of being a father, right, which is the ultimate friend, your father is gonna be your ultimate friend, your ultimate cheerleader, because he wants you to fucking win. Your father wants you to win. Don't let your mother turn you against your father. He probably wants you to win more than any fucking body. He want to see you win. If he's a good dude and he's solid, he want to see you win and keep winning. That's any father, any friend, right? He don't want to see you fall off. But it's your responsibility as a father to tell people stuff they don't want to hear. When you see them fucking up. See, a friend ain't somebody, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. A friend is not somebody that co-sign everything you do. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. That's not a good father. A good father is like when my son told me, I know people hate you. Yeah, maybe they do. My brother hates me. Like, I got a brother like that who disliked me. We started beefing. Same as with my son. Why? Because I told him the truth. He started talking some off the wall shit. I said, yo, what are you talking about? And I'm telling you out of love, bro. You out of line. And that shit you talking is way off. You don't know what you're talking about. Right? And I'm trying to help you because I don't want, you know what I mean? You don't want to see a motherfucker go out there and jump out the window on some bullshit and be looking stupid in front of the whole world. You repping me, you my brother. If I'm keeping it thorough, I want you to keep it thorough. You my son. If I'm keeping it thorough, I want you to keep it thorough. If I wasn't, I want to tighten it up and get it thorough and then get a game to you. So you don't be jump out the window with some bitch and wind up getting double tapped and thrown in an empty field in Dominican Republic. And it's really my fault for not raising you right. You see what I'm saying? So instead of his father telling him like, yo, listen, I don't care if you love this bitch. Hey, dad, don't talk about her like that. Fuck her. You are my priority. I love you. Don't trust her. Don't bring her back here. Keep her there. Vet her for at least a year, maybe more. Go there and live if you can for a while, right? Maybe you save up some money, take a break from your job. You can't get a remote job, whatever. In between, you're going to go back to work. Take a break. Maybe you resign, whatever. Go live down there for a month, maybe a couple of months. The rent is cheap. You can rent a spot down there for 2 months. Hang out with her, you know what I mean? Then you can start back looking for another job or something, right? And just make sure that that's the one, that's a good move for you. Right? And different things. And then date more than one woman. You dating her, date another woman. Right? Or date 2 or 3 women. Fuck it, date 4, 5, 6. You the man. You a man. Right? And then compare that shit and see. But don't just go somewhere to a foreign country and date one woman and then this chick set you up and get you murdered for some insurance money like a year later. Because you was too, weak. You know what I mean? Your game was so weak and you was so lame with it that she was finessing you and set you up to get you for some insurance money. This is what these passport bros out here doing, man. I told y'all before about that. This is that passport bro shit. Like, stay away from these dudes. Don't listen to them. They will get you killed. Right? And this man's father is responsible for him getting killed. Why did his father warn him about... He looked like a foreigner. Like he from one of them islands. His father's, they from an island somewhere. The fuck you ain't tell your son, listen, man, what are you doing? How long you known this chick? Right? And then notice, her parents was probably in on it. This is how deep the game goes. Her parents was probably in on this dude getting murdered and setting him up. You think she ain't tell her parents she was leaving him? They ain't know. Oh, ay caramba. This is bullshit. They knew. She was probably telling them, her mother she was probably telling her the whole time everything she was doing. These people was different, man. That shit hit different when you get overseas in Colombia, in Dominican Republic, Mexico, wherever you go on, Peru, the shit hits different. That poverty, they don't have welfare systems. All right? They don't have social security systems. Section 8. Different shit like that. So how they relate is totally different. How the shit is different over there. You see what I'm saying? You got bitches over there selling pussy at like 12 years old. Like that chick that he probably met. And they be giving the money to their family. I've seen it. I've watched documentaries of young girls, underage girls, their family putting them out there, letting them, you know what I mean, go off with old dudes, get smashed, and then come back and get a family money. The shit is different overseas, man. So she probably was telling her family, they knew about the whole setup. The whole time they knew the setup was coming. And he went over and he fell right into the spider, the Black Widow spider trap. And got himself killed. And she played the long game with him. She probably been fucking with him for about a year at least. For him to do what he did. At least maybe a year, maybe 2. She played the long game. He came home, all his shit was gone. And then when he went to talk to her family and try to get some, clarity or closure or whatever, they set him up and got him smoked for some insurance money. That's what y'all doing to yourself out here? Y'all playing yourself like that on this passport bro shit over some vag, right? You could have got the vag and kept it moving. You could have, obviously this bitch is not shit. You could have smashed her and smashed 10 more bitches just like her on a regular when you just went down there. You see what I'm saying? On some safe shit. Don't go nowhere around her and her family. That's number 1. Another rule. Don't let bitches lead you. Men don't know how to lead. Like his father never taught him how to be a leader. You never let a woman lead an interaction or anything in life. The Bible tells you never give your strength to a woman. That's what it's telling you. Never, ever. I don't give a fuck if it's America or DR or Colombia or wherever, Mexico. You never let a woman lead an interaction. If this bitch say Coke, motherfucker, you say Pepsi. That's it. He's like, yo, you hard to get along with. I don't care. You can get the fuck out. Next. If she say Coke, motherfucker, you better say Pepsi. You got to get that shit in your head. Or you going to wind up dead, right? Some bars for you. Get that shit through your head. And it don't matter if it's Florida or DR or Nevada or Dubai or Colombia or wherever you at. You need to, his father didn't teach him that. You need to lead the interaction. Anytime that you feel like me, even when I'm texting with a bitch, anytime I feel like she trying to lead the interaction, I will let her know you're not in charge of this interaction. I am. Bitch, if you think you in charge, then this shit is over with. We clear? Copy that? If you think I'm fucking around and that you in charge of this interaction and you gonna tell me what to do, we done talking. And the bitch say something slick and I'll be like, delete, block. That's it. I learned my lesson. I don't play around. Not over no pussy and love. I'm too old for that. Because I already know what's coming next. I done been there so many times. If you let a woman lead any parts of the interaction, even the smallest, tiniest thing, you might, like I said, if this bitch say Coke, you better say Pepsi. If she say Sprite, motherfucker say 7-Up. Nah, 7-Up. Give me Sprite. No, it's 2 7-Ups. We not drinking Sprite tonight. We drinking 7-Up. If this bitch say chicken, you better say beef. You understand? It's that simple. You lead every fucking interaction, man. You gotta lead every interaction. If you smell that she's trying to lead anything about the interaction, cut her ass off, right? Either you assert yourself a little bit more, and if she not gonna follow that lead, you cut her ass off immediately. Particularly if you overseas, in the DR or Colombia or anywhere like that, but especially in the United States with these bitches nowadays, right? But if you overseas, definitely do not let her lead any parts of the interaction. Dude, I don't know how many stories I done seen about dudes letting women lead interactions, and they wind up dead. They get something they drink, or they get robbed, or get kidnapped, or something happened to them. And all they had to do, like I said, the bitch say Coke, you say Pepsi. That's all they had to do. Oh, why don't you come to my house? They so looking at this chick, looking at her ass and tits. And these motherfuckers so whipped and bugged out and horny and whatever. They so starving for milk. The bitch say something in a leading way and to lead them into the trap or lead them in general, and she knows she got them. You see what I'm saying? When a woman start leading you in an interaction, she knows she got you. She knows this nigga is weak. He's a bitch. This dude's weak. He's a bitch. He got his game ain't tight. It's soft. His game is soft. That's her testing you. She's poking the prodding you to see where the holes is at. And that's the main one she gonna do. Try to lead the interaction. Cut her ass off. It will cost you your life, particularly overseas. I'm telling you, take it from me. That's the only way I survived overseas when I was traveling. I never let a chick lead the interaction. And if I did, I was very cautious. Like, even down to small things like if I say, yo, get me a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Or something. You know what I mean? I'm just paranoid like that. I be watching the whole time. Like, I'm like, get me a bottle of water, babe. But I ain't sleeping. I'm like, when she get the water, I'm looking the whole time. Don't give me the top. No, don't take the top off. She give it to me like click, click. Oh yeah, that motherfucker click. Ah, good H2O, like the water boy. You know what I mean? If she touch my water and I ain't around, I throw that shit away. Right? If I got up and, you know, we having dinner, we eating, motherfucker, I'm gonna eat all my food before I go to the bathroom or anything. If I come back, I ain't touching that shit. I don't care if she get offended. This went way too long, but man, to see this dude lose his life like that, I had to just, you know what I mean? I wanted to just kind of chop that game up, like chop it up with the bros and shit. Like, yo, don't play yourself, right? Don't play yourself, man. When you out here, always lead, particularly when you overseas. Because if she leading you, if she start trying to lead you into something, it's probably a trap. She's trying to set you up. If you leading and she let you lead, she's probably cool. Like, she ain't, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you say. Oh, we going here. I'm gonna get the cab. Let me call the cab. Let me call it Uber, right? Never let her call, you know what I mean? We going here to eat. Well, I got a restaurant. I know where a restaurant at. Nah. We going to a restaurant I pick. We only gonna eat in restaurants I pick. Unless it's something like she picked something and it's close by. You know what it is. Or, you know, it's like she say Hard Rock Cafe and, all right, fuck it, we go to Hard Rock. You know, it's something I know. It's close by here, whatever. It's on the tourist area or something, right? There's nothing that looks suspicious. She say, let's go to this restaurant over by my mom's house. Like, nah, we ain't going over there. Like, nah, right? No shit like that. Generally, you want to lead everything. Matter of fact, she say Hard Rock, fuck that. So we going somewhere else. We going somewhere else. Just to be on the safe side. Always err on the side of caution, bro. So anyway, this went way too long, man. But I mean, I'm kind of not emotional, but I guess, yeah, it's like an emotional response to see, because I'm from Maryland. So I guess that hit home, you know, to see this young brother from Maryland, you know what I'm saying, go out there and play himself like that and get smoked. The game is deep, you know what I'm saying? So you got to know the different levels of this game, how these chicks coming at you. And they playing a long game nowadays. This chick played them on the long game shit. You got to be playing a long game. You can't be like, yo, I'm just trying to get love and validation and looking for closure. No, man. No. You know what I'm saying? We all as humans, we need companionship, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be cautious and careful about how you pursue companionship with people. Because you don't want to end up like this guy and lose his life. You know what I mean? I hope I covered everything, man. But anyway, this went way too long, so I'm going to hop up off of here. But hopefully you guys learned something from that. You know what I'm saying? From a bros, you know, you learn something from that, and don't get caught out here. Don't get caught slipping. Right? Don't get caught slipping. Always lead the interactions. Right? Because as you can see from this example, it can lead to you not following the rules can cost you everything. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So that's all I got for now.